What's up, party people? We are just leaving Mom's house. Just got done eating lunch. Had Moe's, of course. I eat that probably 1 to 2 times a week. It's delicious. We're gonna go to the gym. Start the car. Turn off my Harry Potter. Put you in the little gorilla. Oh, geez. We're good. We're gonna go to the gym. I believe it's back and try today, and hopefully tonight I'm gonna do a Disney talk. Probably I'm thinking doing kind of like a top 5 restaurants or rides in some of the parks, just what my opinion is on the food and or the ride, whichever one we do. But we're gonna go do try and back, so let's get it. To Hobby Lobby, get hot glue gun for the wife. So now we're going to go home, take a shower, and it's actually me and my wife's wedding anniversary. So we are gonna go out to eat, see a movie, hopefully see the Assassin's Creed movie. That's what I want to see, but I'm not sure if she wants to see that. So after that, we'll do the Disney talk, hopefully. We finally got the wife to be in the video. Everybody meet Miss Mongo. It's Amanda. Say hello, wife.
Hello.
Okay, so we went and saw Assassin's Creed. Me personally, I thought it was pretty good. I'd give it 6.9, 7.1, around there, just kind of like what the critics gave it. What do you think?
It was good. There was a lot of back and forth storyline, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, and see, she is kind, I guess you could say, kind of new to the whole thing, but she had seen me play the video games because I've played all of them and thoroughly enjoy the whole Assassin's Creed universe, I guess you could say. I enjoy it, but she's pretty much new to it. She's just seen me. But the good part about this section is that we're going to do our top 5 best Magic Kingdom rides. What we personally think. We haven't looked at each other's list yet, but pretty sure we know most of what it is. And I believe we have an honorable mention. And then also, we're going to do our most overrated ride in Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
Sound good? You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, we're doing the overrated first? Okay.
Most overrated.
Okay.
Peter Pan.
Actually, that is mine. That is mine also. I like to think a lot of it is the story of it, like waiting in the line. Mostly for the kids, but the actual ride was probably, what, a minute 30 maybe?
Well, yeah, and you're sitting in a seat,
Yeah.
and you can't really see
Can't
unless
see
you look
much.
over.
Yeah.
So if you're younger, it's
Yeah.
harder to see the actual what's going on in
Right.
the ride.
Exactly. Like when last year we rode, we had both of our boys, and Jack had to ride in the middle of us, and he couldn't really see anything at all. But it's really dark in there, so it's hard to see. So like Amanda said, you have to look over the sides. But the best part I would say is waiting, because the lines are long, but they have like the shields and stuff that you can see, and usually it's pretty long, but it goes by really quick. But it's mostly the experience of just saying that I rode Peter Pan. It's one of the most popular rides.
Because most of the time the wait's over an hour easily.
Absolutely. Okay, honorable mention.
Your honorable mention.
My number 7 would be Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Yeah, because I believe I've only rode it twice. I rode it once this time, and then the first time was with the whole family. I think that's right. Mm-hmm. And the queue area is awesome. The way they did it, the way it looks, all the jewels and all the characters, it looks really good. But once you actually get on the ride, the seat, it's very narrow. So for a bigger guy like me, it's a tight fit. And the 2 times that I've rode it, Amanda wasn't able to ride because of the boys. And I think you just didn't want to ride.
The first time I sat with somebody else.
Yeah, you sat, what was it, Morgan?
Bryn.
With Bryn, yeah, which is Cody's wife. And then this last time, she watched the boys because it was just us and the boys. So I just rode. But the queue area is awesome. The actual ride is a little short, but it's very fun the way they do it, to where it twists back and forth in the ride. It's really fun, but it's a tight fit. Okay. Is that your only honorable mention?
No, I didn't even put that down as one.
Or do you have?
Yeah, I have one.
You have one honorable mention. Okay, your honorable mention is?
I only have one. It is Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise. Yeah, that almost made my honorable mention. I do enjoy that, but it went up there for me.
It's something you ride, but it's not a favorite.
Yeah,
it's better than some.
Yeah, I think it definitely depends on the host, I guess you'd say. The host, if they aren't funny, then it's just moving through the motions, basically. But most of the time, I'd say they're funny.
Our guide last time was really good.
Yeah, he was very good. And it was during the Halloween section, so he told Halloween-inspired jokes. Yeah. So it was very good. My second honorable mention, number 6, is Haunted Mansion.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a really good one, but it's...
Because we rode it like 4 times.
We rode it a lot. We enjoy it, but I feel it's a little outdated. I feel it's a classic, and I would like them to update it, but in the same time, if they updated it, I would be upset.
Yeah,
does that make sense?
Because there's nothing really to update.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could just do like the projectors to make the ghosts look better or something like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, it didn't make my top 5. I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite, but it just wasn't up there. Okay. So number 5.
My number 5 is Buzz Lightyear.
Really? Really, you like that? Yeah, I mean, I could see that. Well, that's because you know where all the big points are. She scores more than me almost every time. She's good at it. She is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I can see that. It's. I know Jack. Sorry, we just had a scare there. Our youngest was choking on a toy, so we had to pause it. But he's all good. We're good. Okay. My number 5 is actually the Webway People Mover.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
That's
a good one.
It's a really good one. It's one. It goes pretty fast, and it goes through. If you haven't rode it before, it's basically it takes you around most of the park, so you can see like different angles of the rides, and it's really relaxing. And don't they like tell you about some of the rides.
Yeah, it focuses on Tomorrowland. It goes through the main attractions in Tomorrowland.
Yeah. It's really good and really relaxing, and there's a lot of room.
It goes through Buzz and Space Mountain specifically. And it over Carousel.
Yep. Over the Carousel and
Astro Orbiter.
Yeah. That will be on a different top 5. Not a good top 5.
Traumatic experiences.
That'll be a whole nother episode. Okay. But it's very relaxing. Just gives you, about 20 minutes, you'd say?
Yeah.
About 20 minutes to just relax, cool off, and it also gives you really good views of the castle and Main Street, and especially if you ride it during like a parade or fireworks or something like that, you can get different angles, different shots for pictures or videos. So that's definitely one that I enjoy. Okay.
Yep. Number 4.
Okay.
Carousel Progress.
Yep, that's my number 4 also. What do you think about it?
Even though it hasn't been updated in...
I don't even know if it has been updated.
It's just a classic, and it's calm, and the storyline is good.
Yep. The music.
And it's a universal storyline that there's always going to be change and progress in life. And,
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure, wasn't it? Did Walt's first big show?
He
took it to the New York
Fair.
Yeah, the New York Fair back in the 50s.
I got no idea.
think it was around the 50s.
No idea.
But basically, if you hadn't seen it, it's a show, and it concentrates on one family, and it shows them going through different decades from the 20s to the 40s, 60s, and then up to the 90s or 2000s, and it shows all the different technologies and the way society has moved on and progressing and that type of stuff. I really enjoy the music, the main song. I actually had it as my ringtone at one point, but that's definitely a favorite of ours. We really enjoy it, and we make sure to ride it every year. So that's our number 4. Number 3,
Big Thunder.
Big Thunder, my number 3. But this last year, back in September, we actually didn't get to ride it because they were doing refurbishment. Because did the refurbishment, did it get extended? Is that why we couldn't ride it?
It was down for I think 3 or 4 months when they were doing the refurb.
Yeah, I believe they're making it more like the Disneyland Big Thunder. Is that right? They're adding a section to it that the Disneyland Big Thunder has?
I know they're changing the wait line.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think that was the big thing.
Adding a more diversified queue area, I guess.
More interactive.
More stuff to do. Yeah, interactive stuff. Yeah. But yeah, it's a great one. It's really fun. Kind of throws you around a little bit. Goes pretty fast, and it's pretty jerky, and that adds just a different element to it. But it's pretty awesome. If you haven't rode it, you definitely need to check it out. It's a good one. Okay. Your number 2?
My number 2 is Haunted Mansion.
Really? Haunted? Yeah. Okay. I can see that. Yeah. Like I said, like we talked about earlier, it's one of our favorite, and it's a classic. I have no problem with Haunted Mansion being a number 2. It's definitely a good one. So it's not my top 5, but
right. It's just not only the ride, but the atmosphere of the cast members. How they stay in focus.
I didn't even think about that.
And how they never smile and basically scare the crap out of you.
It's pretty awesome. The way they stay in character and the atmosphere that they bring. There's no other place that does it like Disney with their cast members, whether it's Halloween or whether it's Haunted Mansion or the American Pavilion in Epcot, with their singing and stuff like that. They are probably the best.
Yeah.
They are excellent. They make going to Disney that much better.
Yes.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
They definitely make things easier and a smooth transition. If something bad has happened to you, like you get hurt or something like that, they go the extra mile to making your stay better.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, my number 2 is Splash Mountain. I love Splash Mountain,
which I haven't rode in
Oh,
3
my God.
trips.
I keep trying to get her to ride it because I think I rode it probably 4 or 5 times back in September. But for me, it's not just the dives, the going on the ride. For me, it's the storytelling of the ride. Seeing the Briar Rabbit and the Briar Fox and Briar Bear chasing him and going through the story, and seeing all the scenery and the on the ride. That's a big thing for me. And the music. I think I enjoy the scenery and the music more than the actual drops. But it's a really good one. I enjoy it a
To
lot.
me, it's not worth getting soaking wet and then having to walk around the park.
Yeah, see, I think we usually try and do it towards the end of the day. Don't we?
Yeah, but the way fast passes are now, if you...
Okay, now, number 1. Here we go. She knows what my number 1 is.
And
but
I'm very upset that my number 1 did not make his list.
I can't think of what her number 1 is. So, go ahead. What is your number 1?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Holy crap, I forgot Pirates of the Caribbean.
I'm very upset by
Holy
this.
I completely forgot that. That was my childhood favorite ride. The 3 mountains, they made me forget, I guess. Okay, third honorable mention for me, Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, go through it.
I don't know if it's the way you walk up to it, the music, and it's like when you're walking through, it just gets colder and damp, and I don't know, just the whole ride.
Hey, kid, calm it down. We're making a movie. But Pirates of the Caribbean, like I said, growing up, it was one of my favorite rides. So, Pirates of the Caribbean, one of my favorite childhood rides. Just the whole storytelling of it, including in all the movies, that just made it that much better. But walking through the queue area and seeing all like the rifles and the cannons and all that type of stuff, and then getting on the actual boat and going through the water, and as you're going, you see the mist, and now it's Davy Jones and Blackbeard. The way they projected on the smoke, it's awesome. And then going through and seeing the skulls and the bones, and then seeing Captain Barbossa on the ship, shooting the cannons, and then going through the town.
Yeah.
And seeing all the other characters and them yelling, "We want the redhead," and it's definitely one of my favorites. Even though I completely forgot it, it's one of my favorites, and we rode it a lot back in September, and we with all the family we do. And our youngest has a buzz, and that's what you're hearing right now, because he loves messing up the vlogs, of course. But now to my number 1, and of course it's Space Mountain.
Which I haven't rode in 3 years either.
Yeah, but it's the best ride in Disney, I believe. I'd say it's a classic. It hadn't been updated in a while.
Yeah.
It's been there for a minute.
I just don't like the fact that you're in the dark.
Oh, see, that's one thing that I do like.
I don't like it.
And going through it, I'd say it's one of the faster rides. And when you're in the dark, all you can see really is the rails and the lights from the rails.
The fastest in Magic Kingdom of the mountains.
Yep. Yeah, it's really fun, and it has 2 sides of it, so 2 different tracks, and usually there's a long line for it. So we definitely get fast passes for it. Say this last time, I think We did fast passes twice for me.
Yeah, at least.
Twice for me, but I ended up riding it probably 5 or 6 times just because it's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. And then the queue line's pretty fun also. They have like little games you can play if you want to, little space games, and then all the colors, talking about space and all that type of stuff. But it's definitely my favorite ride now, and I could go without it being changed probably for forever. I love it. I don't really fit in the seats that well because it's a tight fit. Yeah, so I could go the whole time without Space Mountain being updated. It's absolutely my favorite. I just truly enjoy it. I wouldn't change anything about it. It's pretty freaking awesome. But as you can tell, it's just me right now. Amanda had to go take care of the boys, get them down in bed because it's pretty late. The oldest took a late nap, and he's gonna be up for a minute. So we're gonna try and get them to bed. If y'all like these Disney vlogs, us talking about Disney, I'd say I enjoy it more than the actual workout footage because Disney is something that I love and truly enjoy, and I enjoy talking about it. So I think we're gonna try and do like a top 5 for each park. Magic Kingdom for this one, Epcot, MGM, Animal Kingdom, and then we could do like a top 5 least favorite or more overrated, or then we could go into the food, all sorts of stuff, plenty of topics that we could talk about, and I think really good content that a lot of people have an idea of what Disney is, but they don't have like a complete understanding of how it works and how you need to work it. Say Amanda is really good on how to get things started because she basically planned our whole trip and it was absolutely perfect. Truly, truly love Disney. The way it makes me feel, the way it makes Amanda feel and my boys feel, it's absolutely worth every penny. But that's gonna be it. So if y'all could hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and next to the subscribe button, you hit that little bell. You hit that, and every time I post a YouTube video, it will tell you immediately, and that would really help me out, help up the Mongo, help it going, keep it going. Y'all stay humble. I appreciate it, and as always, let's get it.